Happy Thursday, traders. It's Jacey with Empire Algorithmic Trading. Time for our favorite part of the day. Time for a little VWAP Vision stock talk, where we use the volume weighted average price to make sense of this market. So let's get right to it. Time for a little stock talk. All right, well, welcome everybody. Let's just get right to it. As always, we like to start with the major averages. The S&P 500 closed up just a touch, about 4 points for a new high. Same thing with the Nasdaq, up about a little over 1/10%, about 0.2% for a new high there. Small cap sold off, which is very unfortunate. That's not the look you want to look for, but that's okay. It's one day. It's still holding above all its trend lines. It was a nice breakout yesterday, but it's just unfortunate we didn't get that momentum. This is one of the things that's been missing. Is a lot of the momentum. It's kind of slowly going along, but we're momentum traders. We want to see some pushes. And the same thing with the mid caps, down about 1%, a little less than 1%. Still, again, holding above the 10-day moving average, holding above the 20, just trading right below its newly anchored VWAP. So we want to see some buyers come in and continue to push those indexes higher. And then bonds sold off just a little bit, rallied out throughout the day. Again, like we talk about, we want to see the bonds stay in this range, if not rally. So hopefully that turns out well. But as you can see, it was a pretty quiet session overall on the general averages, except for the small caps had a pretty active day. That was the major averages. The leaders had a slightly different look. So next we're going to take a look at some of the stocks from our breakout list, from our algorithm, excuse me, that you can subscribe to at patreon.com/Empire Algorithmic Trading. Again, we kick out daily buy and sell signals. It lets us know exactly what stocks buyers are starting to take control, and we tend to find some pretty good stocks. So let's take a look. It was some pretty exciting moves. Bloom Energy rocketed up 22.95% today. It did flash a little algo sell signal, but I like to call this a 3 and go. You get 3 days below the VWAP, right at an important moving average. As long as it rallies right off of that, it tends to be a pretty good action, pretty good move, and that's exactly what happens. It almost shook me out. I held firm because it was still holding that 20-day, and I've noticed pretty much across the board throughout this rally that the 20-day is really the point of holding for a lot of these growth stocks. So very impressive run, up pretty much 23% today. ALMU, if you take a look, similar pattern, 3 right below the VWAP, hit that 10-day moving average, touched the 20-day moving average, shot right off of that, up 12% on the day. Oklo did not do the 3 and go. It actually did shake me out the very next day. I was pretty disappointed in that, but touched the 20-day moving average, shot right up 11.3% today for a new high for Oklo. And New Scale Power, similar thing. Didn't even come close to the 20-day, found support at the 10-day, closed above it, has since rallied up a solid 6.6%. And as always, we like to talk about just one that kind of bucked the day's trend of the leaders, and that was Orla. Orla Mining just got crushed today. Let me get the chart in the right spot. Just got crushed today, down 14.7%. Yesterday's candle was pretty ugly. You probably would have expected to see some momentum there, but a massive gap down like this. I'm not sure if there was earnings or some sort of news, but that's a pretty ugly look there, pretty unfortunate. I'm kind of glad I shook myself out at 11.39 now. I was a little disappointed. Could have eked out a little bit of a gain with some of these gains, but with today's gap down, probably would have wiped out even those small gains. So even if I would have taken some small gains, held a little bit of that position, probably would have taken a loss on that total trade. So that's a bit unfortunate. But all in all, it was a pretty quiet session for the averages. We're still in a green zone. It's still risk on. It's still try to, cut your losses, maintain your position sizes. And then, you're going to catch one like Bloom Energy, and it will really move your account when those things go. So like we like to say, everybody, happy trading. And Matt will be back on Sunday, so we'll be back for Arrow Review. But until then, happy trading, everybody. Thank you.